This is the Dominion Off-Road Jeep JK onboard air system air junction box installation video. I have everything, all my parts laid out and organized here, and everything is pre-taped except for this one part to show you guys how to properly tape these fittings. 2, 3. I use a total of 4 wraps on a 1/4" male pipe thread fitting. 4 wraps is not required to properly seal these fittings, but it gives us some adjustability for getting these fittings installed in the direction that we want them to face. So here I've got a 1/4" street elbow and a 1/4" to 3/8" bushing. You can use the 18mm wrench on these street elbows. You're going to want to tighten these guys up really tight. You don't want them so tight in order to get them sealed. That's not required. You want to get them tight so that they face the proper direction for which we need in this installation. This is the pressure gauge fitting. It gets installed to about 45 degrees up to give us the proper angle at which the pressure gauge should be installed. I'm using a wood-lined jaw vise so I don't mar the aluminum during this install. This is the in-cab pressure gauge street elbow. This, if you're not using an in-cab pressure gauge, wouldn't be required, and you could just put a 1/4" plug. It gets installed to facing 90 degrees to the junction box. The orientation that I'm standing at right now is I'm standing on the driver's side of the box, and so that fitting as well as this fitting will get installed facing the driver's side. This is the air pressure switch street elbow. Again, I'm really tightening these things down just so they don't move around. Once we get everything in place, we don't want these parts moving. This fitting may need to get turned a little bit more than 90 degrees once you get the part installed in the vehicle. The next fitting is just a plug. It's an accessory port. Using a 9/16" ratchet, we can tighten it up. Next fitting is for a engine bay air tank if you're using an air tank. Again, if you're not using an air tank, you can just put a 1/4" plug in this fitting. This fitting needs to be facing 90 degrees to the passenger side. Next fitting is the air pressure safety valve. If the system was to become overpressurized for some reason, this is a safety relief valve. This end fitting is for the forward air relocation hose. Use a 9/16" wrench on the push lock fitting. Now we'll go back to the first fitting and install. I find it easiest to install the in-cab pressure gauge hose fitting next. Next, using a 1/4 inch to 1/8 inch bushing, we install the engine bay pressure gauge. We use a 7/16 inch wrench on the pressure gauge to tighten it up. And the final part is the installation of the pressure switch, again using a 1/8 to 1/4 inch bushing. And we will use a 1/4 inch wrench on the pressure switch itself to tighten it up. You want to have it tightened up so that the wires are facing down. And that completes the air junction box assembly.